What up, world? What up? So this is the second episode of this podcast. Welcome to the Shi-Fi podcast. And yes, I included a name because there's got to be a name. Like, I know I said in episode 1. Well, let me fix the camera. Okay, so in episode 1, remember I was like, I'm going to not have a name for this podcast because I'm just starting out, blah, blah, blah. But then I was like uploading the video to YouTube, and I was like, podcast, and I was like, what do I call this video? I was like podcast number 1. And I was like, this is whack. I need something. And I try to think of a name, like the Green Grass Podcast. But I was like, let's just call it my name, and if somebody, like, I don't know, they will know my name by the name of the podcast. And so y'all know how things go. I'm going to talk, just say random stuff. I'm going to have this on YouTube. This isn't on Apple or Spotify or SoundCloud. It's just a chill podcast. You don't have to watch this video. I encourage you not, because I'm not going to be looking at it. But if you want to look at it, perfectly fine. But you can just have this video going on, and I don't know, while you work out, or you know, same old stuff. So let's just hop into it. I have a lot to talk about, because so much stuff happened yesterday in the music hip hop world. Let me just give you a summary. The 3 hottest that's weird. The three biggest raptors. Oh my goodness. The 3 biggest rappers of this decade had something going on yesterday. Pretty big events too. And you know these 3 rappers: Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. And so it started the day off. Drake announced a new album called Scorpion. I think it's something with the horoscope. I know it is. But Scorpion, I was like, what? Like, I saw on Instagram, I was like, what? And so he's releasing it June of 2018, which is insane. It's crazy. And then I see Kendrick Lamar won a Pulitzer Prize in music. I was like, you can do that? Like, that's possible? So that's crazy. And then I was going to sleep and everything, and I'm on Twitter, and then I saw that J. Cole was like, KOD coming out 420 Friday. And I was like, are you, this is a new album by J. Cole? Whoa. And so, I don't know, there's so much stuff happened. And I love rap and hip hop, so this was like a field day for me. And so, just crazy. And today I was on Instagram, and Rihanna put something on Instagram that was like, they didn't tell you, or like the caption was that, and some people are speculating that it's new music. It might be, but I don't think might be a new song. I don't know. But the thing about it, my favorite music year ever in history was 2016. So many of my favorite musicians had albums. And so the standard album cycle is 2 years. It's beginning to be 1, but now normal is 2 years with the big names. And so it's like all those people from 2016 going into 2018. So, man, excited. My expectations for the Drake and J. Cole albums, I would say, well, first of all, so I just saw a tweet. So J. Cole's album is named KOD, and I have a friend that's really into J. Cole, and I saw his tweet. He was like, KOD That's going to stand for Kendrick on Deck. It's that collab album that y'all been talking about for 5 years. And I was like, if that is the case, that would be crazy. But I don't think that's the case. That cannot be the case. Because why is J. Cole the only one announcing it? Unless Kendrick doesn't want to announce it because he's with Black Panther, the whole soundtrack. I don't know. But if that's the case, that would be crazy. I don't think he's the only one I've seen that rumor. But that would be funny if that was the case. But I don't think so. So back to my expectations. Drake and J. Cole's albums. J. Cole's albums. Let's start with him. I loved 2014 Forest Hills Drive. That's my favorite, without a doubt. It's like 2014 Forest Hills Drives and Born Center are like the top two. And then his last album, is it For My Eyes Only? I always get confused with Tupac. Cause what was it? For Your Eyes Only. Okay, I always get confused with Tupac's All Eyes on Me, but this is For Your Eyes Only. So I did not really like this at all. Like, it was okay. The only thing that like kind of was like weird to me was the song with the Bryson Tiller soundtrack, the instrumental, Deja Vu. It was just like, I could not like that. That was so weird. Of like, it's the same exact beat of like a really popular song. I know, like, oh, Bryson gave it to him, blah blah blah, but it's just weird. Like, it's like a cover song to me. That was on the radio a lot. But I liked Bill Mentality, Change, Neighbors, Immortal. It was just 10 tracks though. That was only a disappointing part. But I think I'm expecting his last album, or this next album, to be better than this, For Your Eyes Only. Like, that's a real low bar. I read up some rumors, and not rumors, but like reports, probably the same thing, but reports of this will be a more melodic voice of J. Cole. And I'm like, I don't want melodic voice J. Cole. I was reading that, I was like, does J. Cole realize nobody wants that? And so, oh my gosh. Okay, so I think that was like the main thing I saw, and I was like, okay, I'm closing this out. But then, no, I saw something else about, oh, he released this he made this in 2 weeks, which I'm like, I don't like that. I don't get why people are like, oh, super impressed when people are like, oh, I made this in like 3 weeks. I don't care. Like, maybe a song you make in a day, that's fine. But like an album? No. No good albums have been made in under a month. Yeah, we can all agree on that. So yeah, that's all. I just want, I want to know what KOD stands for. I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Let me drink my coffee real quick. Shout out to DBU, their new coffee house. It's good. It's really good. Better than Starbucks. I feel like that's not even a compliment, but yeah, take it. Well, I'm actually proud of DBU for having a new coffee house. Let me just say that. Like a cool hipster coffee house. Congrats. Okay, so Drake's expectation for his album, my expectation for Drake's album, is a little high. I need to kind of tame it down because of God's Plan. Look Alive isn't going to be on it, but his verse in that was spicy, mad spicy. And his new one, Nice for What? Oh my goodness. God's Plan and Nice for What? Those are nice tracks. And Drake's the GOAT. Okay, so the Hot 100 came out last week, or yesterday. Nice for What came out as the number one song, Billboard number one song. It dethroned his God's Plan song for number one, which was number one for the last 12 weeks. So he dethroned himself with a debut single that was already number one for 12 weeks. What? That is crazy. So now Drake has the number one and number two songs in the country. That is crazy. That is insane. That is mad insane. That is crazy. So Drake's album Scorpion, I don't know. I'm thinking it's gonna be bangers. I'm getting the vibe that he's moving on from his Tings and Kiss My Teeth, like Jamaican British mode of his life. I think the only reason he was like really big into that because he was touring over there all year 2016, I think, or 2017. But like my favorite years of Drake was 2015 and then like the 2012, 2013, which is a lot of people's favorite. But like 2018 Drake might be better. 2018 Drake is definitely already better than 2016 and 2017 Drake. Maybe even combine those two. Just the verses. He's making bangers, making nice songs. My only complaint with Nice for What is that it's so small or so short. It's kind of repetitive at the end. It's nice until like a minute and a half, and then it does the bounce thing, and then like we could have kept going, but it's Drake. He can do anything. Drake, yep. So, and also other stuff in the hip hop world. Last week, the whole Nicki Minaj Cardi B situation. Oh my gosh. I love hip hop beefs. I live for hip hop beefs. Let me write something. Yeah, I live for hip hop beefs. Oh my goodness. So Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. So Cardi B came out with her album April 6th. And then Nicki Minaj the next week released two singles. Friday, April the 13th. This past Friday. Okay, today's April 17th. Just to give you all context. So at first I was like, this beef, I'll explain it a little bit, but my expectation or like my first impression was like, this is whack. Like it's normal hip hop beef. Like Nicki and Remy Ma's beef last year was like, it was whack. Because Remy's old and Nicki is like in her prime. But this has substance. This has a lot of things going on. So Nicki, apparently, it all started with the Motorsports song, that banger of a song with with Migos, Nicki, Cardi. Yeah, so many people on there. Love that song. Love it. That's like my go-to weekend party song, and it still is. And so Nicki, I think it all started when Nicki was with an interview at Zane Lowe. Well, there was already rumors of this happening, but like Nicki confirmed it with Zane Lowe. She explained that her verse on on Motorsport was a little different because Cardi wasn't on the song at first. So it was just gonna be Migos and Nicki. And so Nicki has a line in the lyrics in her verse of this song. It was like, Cardi the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi. Which, what's the original? It's something like, who's the QB in the original? Let me look it up. Wait, one second. Cardi the Quavo the QB. Quavo, that's right. Brain fart. So Quavo the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi. So at first it was if Cardi the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi. So Nick Lombardi is the Vince Lombardi, Nicki, blah blah blah. Vince Lombardi is like the father of football. The quarterback is like, I guess, his son, you know. And so Nicki was like, yeah, Cardi's kind of like my son in a way, but like she's still dominating. And so Cardi got on the song because, you know, she's the fourth Migo member. And from what I have heard is that Cardi's label, Atlantic Records, told Nicki and explained, like, we don't like the Cardi, the QB line. And they asked Nicki, like, hey, can you, like, not do that? And that's confusing, too, because if I was Nicki, I'd be like, no. No. But, like, I guess Atlantic was really begging Nicki, like, no. Like, it'd be awkward. Like, I guess they convinced her somehow. I don't know. Somehow. And so she changed it to if Quavo the QB. Quavo didn't have any problem. I guess Quavo didn't care. So then this sparks up other stuff, which Nicki has been explaining. See, Atlantic Records back in the day really wanted Nicki Minaj. I'm not just saying this. Like, this is like just full. I don't know why people are not talking about this. Atlantic Records really wanted Nicki. When Nicki was coming up, like 2009, 2010, everybody was bidding on her because she was the next like female rapper. Like, those are rare. Back then, it was just like, oh, Remy Ma, Lil Kim, like those were like early 2000s. So it was like, oh, that voice, geez. It was. Okay. It was like 5 to 10 years of like no main female rapper. And so Nicki came along. I mean, Sierra, but Sierra wasn't a rapper. Or Cassie. But okay. So Nicki Minaj was being bidded on by so many labels. But the main two was Atlantic and Young Money with Lil Wayne and all that. And so Nicki was like, I'm going to go with Lil Wayne because he's kind of hot right now. So we went to Young Money and, you know, Drake, you know the whole story. Drake went there too and they formed an empire. So Atlantic is like, man, we really missed out on Nicki and now we hate Nicki Minaj, blah, blah, blah. And so 7 years later, Atlantic Records finally got their female rapper in Cardi B. So, coming back to motorsport, Atlantic and Nicki has had some previous history. So you know Atlantic does not like Nicki. And they had her change the lyrics, you know, blah, 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 blah. So, that's all been happening. And also, I've looked at many interviews of Cardi B's. And there's been a couple, 2 or 3 times, they've asked Cardi B about Nicki Minaj. And Cardi was like really awkward. And though, like when she was giving out her answer, like she was like, oh, you know how Cardi is. Like she was like playing around with the question. Like, bro, like Nicki is like your role model. Like that is the person to be. That was your lane. Like you're supposed to respect Nicki Minaj. You're supposed to respect, especially you as a female rapper. Like you're the next one. You gotta respect the previous. And so they've always asked her about Nicki, and Cardi's been very just like nonchalant, just like never said anything about, oh, she's the queen of rap and like blah blah blah. And like Cardi's very respectable with other people, and it's just like it never was with Nicki. So people are like, oh, Nicki Minaj wasn't respectful of others. Oh, you are wrong. You go look up any Nicki Minaj interview. You can look up like Nicki and Lil Kim. Okay, this is like back in her like 2000 earlier this decade when she was coming up, when they were asking about Remy and Lil Kim, like Nicki was like very like respectful, like, oh, those are the queens. Like if I can be like them, man, that'd be crazy. And so Cardi definitely gave all vibes of like, man, I'm not supposed to talk about Nicki. I'm not supposed to really like Nicki. And honestly, I'm on Team Nicki. If we're dividing, like, I love Cardi. Like, I have nothing against Cardi, but like in this scenario, she's in the wrong, or Atlantic is in the wrong. One of those team members, one of those two is in the very wrong. And I give Cardi's like supposed to respect Atlantic, blah blah blah, but Cardi and Atlantic, they're wrong. And also, why does Cardi B and Atlantic care about that lyric of like, if Cardi the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi? Like, that's true. That's true. You are the daughter of Nicki Minaj, basically. Nicki has been killing the rap game as the main female rapper since from 2009 to 2016. 7 years of like no one touching her. And so of course, she's probably the best female rapper in history. So what problem is that for you? Like, that's one of the reasons I love Drake, is because he respects Lil Wayne. Of course, Lil Wayne fathered Drake, or he made Drake. That's why I love Drake's respect for Lil Wayne of like other acts, because those are the previous people that brought them in the rap game. So this whole Cardi B, like, what problem with the lyric? Now, if y'all were like in competition, like if y'all were coming up together in 2010, 2011, now that would be just disrespectful. That would be crazy. Like, there's, who am I trying to compare? Like in 2013 when Kendrick and J. Cole were kind of coming up at the same time. Like Kendrick was like, "Oh, Cole the QB, I'm Kendrick Lombardi," or y'all know what I'm talking about. If like those are equal people coming up together, that's disrespectful. But these people, Nicki and Cardi, are in the wrong generations. Like, I grew up in the Nicki lane. I grew up when I was like, I remember listening to her in elementary, or no, junior high. That was Lil Wayne was elementary, but like junior high, Knockout, like with Lil Wayne features. Well, so I'm on Team Nicki. Because Cardi, there's nothing right about your situation. Like, you gotta respect Nicki's calmness about it, or quietness. Like, she's putting it in the tracks. She's letting the tracks speak for itself, instead of her like, oh, ha ha ha, you know, like, but you know, same old. Same old. Cardi is killing the rap game. She's definitely the go-to female rapper. I have no doubt about that. Like, even with this situation, Cardi is taking over. She might get over Nicki, but that doesn't counter the fact of no. Right now, if you're gonna ask me like who is the GOAT female rapper, like, even Lil Kim is still better than you, Cardi, or Remy. Like, it's Nicki, Remy, Lil Kim, and then Cardi's like 4 or 5, maybe not even 4. She's just starting. That's my main point. You're just starting, Cardi. Yes, you got a number 1 song, but you gotta do it for more years. 2017, 2018, you've been killing it, but we're gonna see in 2019, 2020, 2021 if you're gonna still be there, which I think Cardi will be, but not now. I sound like Zane Lowe. I love me some Zane Lowe. Just the whole calmness of his questions, like, Nicki, and his Australian or British, whatever accent. I think it's Australian. I can't tell them apart. Sorry. He's like, Nicki, He's like, Nicki, are you saying something about Cardi? That was a horrible impression. But yeah, I love Zayn. I love me some Zayn. Yeah, so again, so much happening in the hip hop world. So much. So much. What else is happening? Oh yeah, Childish Gambino is hosting SNL. No, my bad. Wait, my B. Donald Glover is hosting SNL with musical act Childish Gambino. That's crazy. That's so funny and cool. I just want to see the music intro. How like Donald or and now musical guest Childish Gambino. And like it's Donald Glover. And, like he announces and then like runs over. Whatever. I bet they'll have like an SNL actor do it, but if they put on some creative juices, I think they can do something pretty witty with that whole situation, because that's the first time that's ever happened. Of like, okay, you know, I've seen like host and act or host and musical, but this is the first time like the whole name situation is different and all. This is like Hannah Montana or Miley Cyrus featuring Hannah Montana. That's so cool. So cool. Have I covered everything in music? I feel like I have. Can't think of anything else in music. I mean, my favorite acts are happening. Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick. I don't know. Let's switch over to another world. Netflix or movies or TV shows. So I just finished this TV series on Netflix called Love, and I love it. I've been watching for 3 seasons. I saw it the first like actual. I've been like actually keeping up. Like it's a Netflix original. It was the first season came out. I was like, oh, what is this stupid thing? And I saw it. I was like, oh, I like it. And then season 2, season 3, and apparently I found out through like halfway through season 3 that it was ending. Like the series was ending. I was like, guys, y'all just started, and none of my friends know about y'all yet. Y'all supposed to keep going. And I know I'm the only one that I don't know anyone else that has watched this series. The reason I love this series is that there are not many actors, like main actors. Like you can have all the support or like the extended supporting actors all you want, but like main actors, if you have like a general small amount, like I love that, because it's like I don't want to keep up with other lives. I want to know what's happening with you and I don't know, your girlfriend. So that's what the main part of the show is about. This show has 2 main actors, a man and a woman, and there's 2 supporting actors which barely feel like sometimes they feel like the real actors, but not really. They come and go. But yeah, there's 2 main actors in this whole series. It's a man and a woman. You know, they meet, and, you know, it's love. It's kind of relationship themed. Just daily lives and like breakups and, you know, stuff like that. I love that type. And the main act, like the dude, the main actor, he produced a lot of these episodes. That's pretty impressive. Like that's interesting when people like act in their own production. I don't blame them, but it's really cool. It's really cool seeing, because like I think let's say his name was Kevin. I think it was his name. So it was like starring Kevin and the girl. Executive produced by Kevin. Production assistant Kevin. It was just like his name kept coming. I was like, that's cool. Like your name keeps popping up. And like don't know what to do. But yeah, that's so cool. So cool. I've also been watching. I'm in the middle of this actually. It's about what's it called? Oh, Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot. I love this show. There's a reason why I recently just started season 3. I'm not going to give away season 2 rumors or anything spoilers, but if you don't want to know anything about it, like you don't want to hear the summary or anything, close your ears for the next minute. I'm just going to give like a little, I'm just giving a 1 sentence, really, for real. Like maybe come back in 30 seconds, starting now. Season 2 was very slow to me. Like season 1 was like, oh my gosh, like this is so crazy. Oh, they did this. Oh my gosh, mind blowing. And then season 2 was like, okay, where are we going? Like it was just like season 1 was like this. It was almost like, you ever hear those people that say, oh, watch the TV show. Like season 1, you know, it started slow, but you know, it gets better. This was like the reverse. Like it was like season 1 was like amazing, but you know, season 2 it like catches up. You know, it catches up with the story and like explains what's happening, and then it goes again. You know, but I've been very thoroughly impressed with season 3. I'm like, this reminds me of season 1. This is nice, and so that's all I gotta say about season 2. It was just like just slow and like just but it explained a lot to get me ready for season 3 and the seasons to come. So that's why I wasn't really excited for season 3 at the beginning, because I was like, if it's gonna be like season 2, then I'm not really interested. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. So yeah, I'm not gonna give spoilers back. Y'all can come back. I'm waiting. I'm gonna give y'all 10 more seconds. I don't know how this goes. I don't even think y'all are listening. Maybe y'all are listening. I don't know. Oh. Okay, 2, 1. Okay, now I'm back. Mr. Robot. I'm in. I don't know. No words for season 3. Thoroughly impressed. Love it. I love it. I love the actor, Rami Malek. And I'm kind of crushing on the 2 women in the show. Portia Doubleday. I think, yeah, Doubleday. And Carly Chaikin. Like, everybody's eyes in the show are like, whoa, like they're piercing. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, like, y'all are like beautiful people, guys. Like Rami Malek has like this weird persona about him. Like he's just like, yeah, I don't know. Everybody's eyes like pierce through your soul. Crazy. Yeah, so sorry what I say about Mr. Robot. I got a little bit. I can talk about something else real quick. Let's talk about Kawhi Leonard. What's going on with Kawhi Leonard? Like seriously, what is going on with Kawhi? There's so many rumors, so much speculation. And so the public vibe that everybody's thinking is like, oh, Kawhi just does not like the Spurs anymore. Like I've heard stuff. So when Kawhi was injured earlier this year, the Spurs medical team fixed him, and he came back, you know, for those 9 games this year. And then he kind of got like re-hurt, and then so Kawhi apparently got mad at the medical staff because like they didn't fix his injury. And so apparently this has been the second time this has happened, of like the medical staff not doing their job, like fixing the injury. They're just like kind of, yeah, go ahead, do what you want. And so Kawhi's like, I'm going to be 100,000% sure I am 100% healthy. But like he's a little pissed at the medical staff. And so I don't know, it could be right. And then like he's not even showing up to these playoff games, like even sitting on the bench, or like hasn't said a word about this whole situation. Which of course, everybody's first instinct is like he wants out. He doesn't like the Spurs anymore. He has given a reason. He has not given us a reason of why he would want to be on the Spurs again. He hasn't come out or said anything. So the speculation might be right because it's just public common sense. Like, if you're hearing like months and months of rumors of like Kawhi doesn't want to be on the Spurs anymore, then I mean you would think like come out with something. Like, you don't have to say it one sentence. Like, guys, y'all are freaking out. I like the Spurs. I'm coming back next year. That's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say. And so I don't get, like, it's so crazy. Like, I don't think Kawhi wants to be on the Spurs anymore. I have no reason to not think that. That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't even know where he would go. Because I don't even think he's that great of a player. Like, he's not top 5 or maybe not even top 10. Because he's got the greatest coach ever in NBA history. The Spurs are a very unique franchise of like you're going to be good. Like they went to the playoffs with LaMarcus Aldridge, Rudy Gay, and Patty Mills being their top 3 players in the West, which is like a little bit tougher than the East, just a little. But like that's crazy how that just shows you Greg Popovich is the GOAT coach ever. It's just the proof is right there. So we'll see where Kawhi goes. I've heard LA rumors, Clippers, Lakers, all that mess. I don't know. I don't know where I would want him to go. I don't want him to go to the Lakers because they'll ruin their little youngin' self. I don't know. Go to the Clippers, whatever. Do your thing. Maybe go to the Clippers because they're becoming like a weird system. Oh no, Celtics. Because Brad Stevens is the next greatest coach. He's definitely the best coach right now, I would say. Like this year, I would give Brad Stevens, and like this year and the next 20 years, Brad Stevens is the best coach. He took the team, like he's nice. Kawhi to the Celtics. That would be something. I feel like that would be the best situation for Kawhi. Maybe the Celtics won't want to do that. I would understand because I would maybe ruin Jason Tatum's growth and kind of ruin Jaylen Brown. And yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what they do. But yeah, crazy. I'm enjoying these NBA playoffs. Enjoying them. It's the middle of April, so you know you're starting to not care about school. I'm kidding. I want to try to get a job this summer, but I don't know. I'm trying, man. Trying to get an accounting internship. That's the thing. Like, a job is nice, but like an accounting internship would be very good. So like, I'm gonna do this more this week. But like last week, I got on LinkedIn and like applied to everything. I did the easy apply filter of like you can apply on LinkedIn. I hate going through the career sites of these jobs, like making an account and like no, I just want to say go on LinkedIn, apply. So like I found out that you can have a filter of like easy apply jobs, meaning like you can apply in like 30 seconds. So I went down the line of like accounting and just normal jobs with like apply, click. And so I got a couple calls this past week. And I actually interviewed for an accounting internship at a vape store this past week. A vape store. This is the best part, doing accounting at a vape store. That would be very funny. Very fun. So, and ironic. Because, you know, you think of accounting, boring, blah, 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 like vape, like, whoa, party, and all that mess. So yeah, yeah. So that's about it. This was a fun podcast. Very music oriented, hip hop. So if you like hip hop, you've enjoyed this. I know that. So yeah, that's about it. Again, this podcast is on YouTube. Is on YouTube. Of course, you're watching it, or listening. This isn't on Apple, SoundCloud, Spotify. You have to have special stuff for like Spotify and Apple, or like Spotify definitely. And you have to pay for SoundCloud. I don't know about Apple. There is a situation, but let's just start organic. I have a good YouTube following. So let's not get too fancy. It's only my second episode. I'm trying to have guests on this episode or on this podcast just for fun. So we'll see how that goes. Just to grow the podcast, and yeah, we'll get there. So thank you for watching or listening. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate you and everybody. So thank you, and Shi-Fi out. Peace.